But a surrender is as simple as listening instead of talking. A surrender is as simple as listening for the answer rather than trying to make the answer. And surrendering is as simple as quieting your mind and watching the movie if it comes on, rather than trying to figure the answer out, figure the answer out, figure the answer out. We've said this to you many times, to all of you many times. The vibration of a question and the vibration of an answer are different frequencies. And so surrendering is no longer offering the question frequency, no longer offering the problem frequency. That's what surrendering is. It's just giving up on trying to make it a little bit clearer. It's taking yourself out of the spotlight where you need to be right, and letting the inner being that is within you be right, and then later accepting that the inner being that was right is you. We know that many of you, in fact most, who come to steep themselves in an understanding of the laws of the universe in the way that we talk about them, we know that what you're really wanting from this is some methodology, some practical application, so that you can get your life to turn out the way you want it to turn out, to keep turning out the way you want it to turn out.
Isn't that the creation of reality in and of itself? Isn't that what we're all here for?
It is and it isn't. Because in the wanting to apply it so that it can turn out in terms of manifestation, keeps you focused on manifestation, which makes it so easy for you to feel lack if the manifestation hasn't happened yet. But if you are not looking for the manifestation, if satisfaction in the moment is enough, now there's no resistance. You've surrendered, you've given up. Now you're in the place that the next and the next and the next can come, so that you can be the witnesser of it turning from the emotion and the thought to the thing. So then our question to you is, can you find a thought on any subject that doesn't have to do with corporate, where you feel love and appreciation? And if you can, then why do you need to bring corporate into it? If these things are true, and they are, that your inner being is aware of you and flowing a steady stream of helpful impulses to you, and you have been completely devoid of hearing any of them, your assumption is they're not streaming, and our knowing is you're not listening. So let's get to the heart of why you're not listening. You're asking for the manifestation in such a powerful way, a manifestation that hasn't occurred yet. So your awareness of the manifestation that hasn't occurred is so rampant in your vibration that you can't hear this step and 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 this step. Because you're not accustomed to hearing it quite yet. You are articulate and you do know this, and you are intellectually grasping it. Conceptually, we don't think there's another person on the planet that we could have more conversation about the principles of the laws of the universe as we know them to be. We know that you get this. We know for sure that you get this. But you have a desire that is so wrapped up in a manifestation of the way you perceive yourself to be and the way you perceive others perceiving you to be. That's why you use the word relationship in the corporate setting. That it's hard for you to just let that go and just have an emotional moment that feels good. That was Esther's greatest argument with us in the beginning. All right, Abraham, so here's what I hear you saying. If I don't need money, I'll find the path to money. And if I do need money, it's going to be hard to find. Abraham, that's jacked up. And yet, it falls into the laws of the universe perfectly, because when you've got an active vibration about something that's missing, you cannot let it into your experience. Here's bottom line what we're saying now. There is an awesome power in non-resistant thought. Awesome. Which makes you say, I'm going to get that awesome power, and I'm going to heal people with it, and I'm going to get money to come to me, and I'm going to form relationships. And we say, the problem with that is, as you're using this awesome power and you're pointing it at the absence of something you're trying to fix, you're introducing resistance into your own equation, and you can't hear. So, just do this one little thing. We want you to not see it as awesome power, even though it is. We want you to see it as the awesome pleasure of a non-resistant thought, so that my whole benefit is being received in the pleasure of this ease, the pleasure of taking this shower and acknowledging this warm water, the pleasure of acknowledging everything that has come before this moment in the creating of this ship and of the bringing of the water to me and of this beautiful bar of soap and this physical apparatus that is me, the pleasure of me in this water with this soap, the pleasure of this moment in time, this blessed moment in time, this pleasure of this moment in time, the pleasure of this moment in time. Me in this water with this soap and this fragrance and this physical apparatus, this moment in time, me, right here, right now, the pleasure of that. Incredible pleasure and awesome power, but incredible pleasure. And then off you're going to whatever is next, where you acknowledge why this feels good and what feels good about this and what you love most about this. Not because you're wanting to wad that all up and make something powerful with it to fix something that's broken, but just because you want to think as your inner being thinks right now, because your inner being is taking pleasure from your shower and from your breakfast and from your friends and from this conversation. And when you will step back from trying to make something happen, and you will take the pleasure from it that your inner being is taking from it, now you and your inner being are one point of attraction. And all that attraction that your inner being has summoned on your behalf, all those cooperative components that are coming to your inner being are not coming to you too, because you are standing right there in this pleasurable moment. And then the insight comes. Think I'll do this. Think I'll call this person. Think I'll move forward on this idea.